On the TurboGrafx 16, the name Naxxit Soft is synonymous with some publishing and some developing. But in Japan, they did even more, including a unique hack-and-slash ninja game late in the PC Engine's lifecycle called Kaze Kiri Ninja Action. This 1994 Super CD begins with an awesome introductory sequence. According to Wikipedia, the story revolves around the daughter of a Japanese warlord who is kidnapped by a ninja. The good news is, this warlord knows a pretty strong ninja himself named Kaze Kiri and sends him off to rescue her. First of all, I love the art style in these cutscenes and really wish there were more of them. Luckily, the game itself maintains an excellent look, with lush colors and great animation, especially in our main character. The game exhibits a gritty look, but also allows color to bleed in. With that said, some areas do feel repeated, and some backgrounds are a tad average. The reason I consider Kaze Kiri to be unique is that it employs some interesting concepts not present in similar games. There is an enemy health meter at the top right that depletes with each baddie defeat. Once it runs completely down, you finish the stage, or are often transported to a boss. Secondly, the amount of attacks at your disposal is extremely cool. You can move right and left with the directional key, holding diagonally up will allow you to run, and double tapping will perform a slide kick. Button 1 is jump, and you can also activate a forward or backward flip as well as a jump kick. Button 2 is your main attack button. You have a throwing weapon which depletes your health, switching it up to a slice move when close to an enemy. Let's not forget the various combos, a special attack with the select button, and more. They packed a lot of moves into the simple TurboPad controller, and they're really fun to mix and match. Luckily, the game also has very tight controls, and I have really no complaints. You do have some invincibility frames when taking a hit. However, after getting knocked down, the enemies and bosses do as well. You need to rhythmically plan your next attack as soon as they stop blinking. This post-hit invincibility is a thing here to be aware of, although you can use it to your advantage at times, as enemies often won't attack while they're healing. Speaking of healing, you have the ability to regenerate your energy bar automatically. If you stand still, the bar will slowly refill itself. The game does not replenish your health after each stage, so just stand there until you're ready. No enemies chase after you at the beginning of a stage, so it's easy to do. In fact, you can find a secret, quiet little place in each stage to do this as well. This automatic healing is another example of something unique in this game. The enemies all have a mixture of attacks, and their color swaps exhibit different hit points. Sadly, the enemy variety could have been boosted a tad. And okay, enough with the blocking already. You can't block, but they just won't stop. Ugh. Luckily, the bosses are a lot more interesting and varied. They have multiple patterns and are pretty fun to attack, although they can take a lot of energy away in one swipe. Ah! Wait, what the? A few bosses you can tank or spam with a move or two, but some require multiple tries and pattern recognition. Not every stage ends with a boss, but there are a lot of them. I love the music in this game. I also have to praise the sound effects, as they're all uniquely sampled and interesting. Man, is that cool. Some stages just have howling wind, or something eerie, which really adds to the atmosphere. I'm actually a pretty big fan of the audio as a whole in this game. At its core, Kaze Kiri is a hack-and-slash, side-scrolling beat-em-up with a few unique concepts tossed in. Now, I do enjoy this game, but one downside is that it's all rather flat. There is no platforming. Rather, you just run left to right or right to left. In fact, the only platforming is in a mini cutscene before one of the stages, which is not player-controlled. I wish you could be in control here, as it would help to add some dimension. There are no hazards in the stage, just enemies. There is nothing to physically climb up or down. Not even doors to enter, although they like to taunt you with them, all right. Kaze Kiri is a very long game with 19 stages, so this lack of layers does tend to rein in the monotony quicker than some. But I have to say, there is a lot of positive here. It's challenging, but also fair at times, with some nice replay value in its options and goodies. For example, there are 2 endings based on whether you killed the girl at the end accidentally or not. And after you beat the game, you can select a second playable character, who has a slightly different opening animation, but incorporates the exact same moves. However, she is not as powerful as Kaze Kiri, so in a way this equals a harder second quest. There are no continues. However, the game saves your current stage in the memory, so you can select the beginning of the last stage you played on in the options screen. Therefore, in a way, you have unlimited continues to work your way through the game. Let's just do a little practice here for a 1 credit clear. When you start the game, you have no stage select. However, some other options do appear. I can understand some people don't enjoy Kaze Kiri because it is different. It is a tad easy, and you will beat it eventually. There's no score to shoot for and no timer to worry about, so you can essentially stand in one place and keep refilling your health. It's also a single-player game, but I personally got addicted to it while I was playing. The sheer amount of moves is a blast to perform, and you'll find your hands moving around that pad really quickly. In fact, the game is very speedy, and the lack of slowdown really adds to this. At the end of the day, it's a ninja game on Super CD. That's pretty awesome. Kaze Kiri Ninja Action is a unique hack-and-slash game by a great company. It is very long, beautiful to look at, sounds great, and has addicting attacks, which make up for some of its shortcomings. It also experiments with different aspects, making it a unique, if slightly repetitive, little game. Plus, ninja game, right?